The ancient Stoics devoted a considerable deal of time to researching human nature and emotions in an effort to comprehend what motivates people's actions in social interactions. Although their primary focus was on managing their own emotions, they also paid enormous attention to the nuances of romantic and social relationships. This episode will delve into the subtle behaviors that signify a woman's sexual attraction to you. These behaviors are often subconscious and reveal the woman's true feelings and desire for a deeper connection. Stay tuned until the end as we cover 7 key signs that you should be aware of. Of course, if you enjoy this video, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share your own experiences in the comments section below. Their teachings on patience, observation, and self-control can help us recognize the signals of attraction more clearly. First chapter, playing with her hair. A woman's seemingly innocent play with her hair can reveal a lot about her sexual attraction to you. This is one of the most telling, yet frequently subtle indicators of her feelings. Hair plays a significant role in many women's appearances, so when she draws attention to it, whether by flipping, twirling, or brushing it back, she's subconsciously communicating that she wants you to notice her. This behavior is typically automatic and driven by nervous energy or an instinctive desire to present herself in the best possible light. Whether she's carelessly tossing her hair over her shoulders or playfully playing with the ends of her hair, these actions reveal that she's interested in how you perceive her. This is not about vanity but rather attraction. When she alters her appearance in your presence, she's expressing her interest. The Stoics taught that people often reveal a tremendous deal about their inner lives through subtle actions. They emphasized the value of close observation in understanding others. By playing with her hair, even though she isn't aware of it, she is giving you a window into her emotions. This behavior is in keeping with Stoic teachings, which encourage us to be aware of the subtleties in human behavior. However, hairplay isn't the only sign of attraction. In addition to playing with her hair, she may also touch her neck or alter her outfit when you're around. These actions are almost instinctive, subtle signals of attraction. It's as though she's trying to make sure she looks appealing to you. Observing these subtle adjustments made by an unconscious woman, attempting to present herself in a way she believes will capture your attention, suggests a strong attraction towards you. It's crucial to be vigilant rather than making snap judgments. The Stoics would advise not reading too much into a single moment or overanalyzing it, but they would also contend that if you start to notice regular patterns, such as frequent hairplay or wardrobe modifications, it's obvious that she's interested. If she's doing these things around you consistently, it's a sign that she's aware of your presence and wants to make an impression. Whether it's flipping her hair to show off her neck, running her fingers through her hair to appear polished, or lightly touching her neck or face, you position yourself as a mindful, confident man who understands the subtleties of attraction. Ed in you. While the Stoics didn't specifically address hair flips or personal grooming as signs of attraction, their lessons about human nature and observation are highly relevant. These gestures reveal her desire to connect on a deeper level. They're not just about vanity or self-consciousness. The Stoics recognize that people frequently express their wants and feelings in nuanced, indirect ways. Her behavior can provide you insight into her emotions, aligning with the Stoic principle of patience and restraint. Wait for the facts to accumulate and speak for themselves instead of making hasty judgments. The relationship between hairplay and femininity is another significant feature. Women frequently use their hair as a means of expressing their femininity. And when they play with their hair in front of you, they are indicating that they are conscious of their beauty and are extending an invitation. Even though these signs of attraction can also be subtle ways of directing your attention toward her and highlighting her feminine appeal, the Stoics would remind us not to overanalyze or let our emotions dictate our actions. As with many things in life, patience and understanding will lead you toward the right course of action. In conclusion, when a woman plays with her hair around you, it's often a powerful yet subtle sign of sexual attraction. Whether she's flipping it, brushing it back, or twirling it, these gestures show that she's trying to make an impression and capture your attention. Her subconscious actions carry more weight than her words, indicating her desire to showcase her best self to you. The Stoics may not have written, specifically about these behaviors. The Stoics' emphasis on awareness and observation provides a valuable framework for understanding the subtleties of human attraction. Therefore, the next time you witness her fiddling with her hair, recognize it as a potential sign of her attraction to you and respond with calmness and confidence. Section 2. 2. Sly looks. One of the most telling indicators that a woman is interested in you sexually is if she steals glances in your direction. These fleeting looks, followed by her eyes darting away as soon as you catch her, are more than just shy behavior. They're a clear signal of interest. Attracted women may not always feel comfortable staring or maintaining long eye contact right away, so they resort to a silent language of attraction, glancing at you when they believe you're not paying attention. Stoics hold the belief that underlying emotions and desires often drive human behavior in ways we are unaware of. This is especially true when it comes to attraction. When a woman steals glances at you, she is expressing her feelings without the need for explicit words. She finds herself drawn to you and intrigued by your presence, yet she may struggle to articulate her interest in a more direct manner. Her attempts to get a closer look at you without coming across as pushy are subtle enough that each stolen glimpse is a tactic. The important thing to observe about this behavior is how frequently it occurs. If she stares at you repeatedly when she thinks you won't notice and then quickly looks away, it's a strong indication that she finds you beautiful. This behavior can occur anywhere, whether in a group setting across a room or even during a conversation. The Stoics imparted wisdom on the importance of mindfulness and patience, emphasizing that seemingly minor little deeds often reveal the truth. This is particularly valid for reading. Draw a Stoic would advise you to remain calm and aware of these moments of stolen glances rather than acting on this subtle signal right away. What makes stolen glances so powerful is the tension they create, the anticipation building as she sneaks up on you, wondering if you'll catch her. In many cases, curiosity and hesitation are magnetic. She may not be fully conscious of what she's doing, but her body language is telling the story. She wants to look at you, but she's worried about how you might interpret her gaze. As she keeps glancing at you, you can engage her with your own nonverbal cues. Recognize her interest, but don't be too eager to respond. A steady, thoughtful approach demonstrates that you're in control of yourself and understand the nuances of attraction. By doing this, you build a stronger foundation for potential connection without overwhelming her. The beauty of this behavior is that it frequently leads to a deeper emotional connection. Attempt to maintain eye contact with her for a slightly longer duration than you typically would. This subtle act can convey a strong message that you've noticed her interest and are comfortable enough to meet her halfway. However, as the Stoics taught, moderation is key. You don't want to overdo it or unintentionally agitate her. Rather, keep it subtle and let the tension develop naturally over time. As her confidence grows, those stolen glances may develop into more direct eye contact, which we'll talk about in more detail in the next chapter. For now, however, realize that these glances are an early sign of attraction. A woman's eyes will tell you whether or not she is interested in you. This is an instinctive behavior that frequently discloses her inner desires before she's ready to express them more openly. From a Stoic perspective, stolen glances are a potent and silent indicator of attraction. Women frequently use this type of body language to express their interest without making themselves too vulnerable. By observing these glances, you can gain a deeper understanding of her feelings without jeopardizing your composure or serene confidence. It's all about awareness and patience, remember? If she keeps glancing at you, it means she's interested in you, and it's your job to respond in a way that maintains the connection. Constructing without hurrying. Chapter 3 begins with a giggle and a smile. A woman's frequent smiles and laughter, even when the jokes aren't particularly funny, are among the most obvious signs of her sexual attraction to you. Women often express their attraction to you through smiles, giggles, and laughter, as laughter is a universal symbol of comfort and enjoyment. The Stoics hold that genuine smiles and laughter, in the context of attraction, are outward manifestations of an inner state of contentment and happiness. When you attract a woman sexually, she expresses her joy through frequent laughter and smiling. If you notice her laughing more around you, especially at jokes that might not warrant such a strong reaction, it's a strong sign that she's interested. Laughing and smiling also help to lower barriers since they foster intimacy and strengthen her bond with you. When a woman feels attracted to you sexually, she seeks opportunities to fortify that bond through joyful moments spent together. Laughing is a subconscious way of fostering intimacy, creating a relaxed environment where the two of you can connect on a deeper level. However, laughing isn't just about comfort. It can also be a way for her to express her feelings. When she laughs around you, she might be attempting to invite you into her playful world, as signals of playfulness often accompany feelings of pleasure and excitement. Women attracted to you sexually often use humor and lightheartedness to establish rapport and gauge your reaction. These people may tease or laugh at your jokes to get to know you. The Stoics believed in the power of moderation. Balance would probably suggest that you should not take these times for granted. Her laughing is a positive indicator of attraction, but you shouldn't let it influence your decisions. Use this information to your advantage without getting overly dependent on it, but remain sensible and watchful. While smiles and laughter are significant, they are only one aspect of a greater range of cues that show her actual emotions. Her smiles and laughter are her way of expressing that she enjoys being around you, and that she's probably thinking of you in a more intimate context as well. Another thing to keep an eye out for is whether she mimics your laughter when you laugh at something, and she joins in. This is a form of social synchronization, where her body language is mirroring yours. This mirroring behavior is a subconscious sign of attraction, because she's aligning her emotions and reactions with yours. In conclusion, laughing at your jokes reveals that she feels comfortable and safe with you. Frequent chuckles and smiles are strong markers of sexual attraction. From a Stoic perspective, women drawn to you often demonstrate their interest through joy, lightheartedness, and playful teasing. This behavior represents her inner emotions and can be helpful. Encourage a closer bond between the two of you by observing how frequently she smiles and laughs in your company. This may indicate that she's eager to move things closer. Chapter 4. Eye contact. A woman, attracted to you, often makes long or flirtatious eye contact, a subtle yet unmistakable expression of her interest. The proverb, "Eyes are windows to the soul," is especially applicable in this context, as eye contact can disclose a tremendous deal about a person's thoughts and feelings. The Stoics held that nonverbal cues can often convey more information than words ever could. For example, if a woman looks at you longer than usual or gives you a coy-flous glance, she is expressing her desire. She may not say it out loud, but her eyes will tell you everything you need to know. Prolonged eye contact establishes a direct emotional connection and is a show of confidence and openness, both of which are essential components of attraction. This type of silent communication can be incredibly powerful, building tension and anticipation between the two of you. The Stoics would advise paying close attention to this non-verbal form of communication, as it often reveals the truth behind a person's feelings. It's as if she's inviting you into her world, allowing you to see her interest without needing to express it verbally. One of the main components of sexual attraction is vulnerability, and making eye contact with a woman is a direct way to show that. A woman reveals herself to you when she makes eye contact, even for a fleeting moment. This can be a very intimate experience, especially if you maintain eye contact throughout the conversation. However, not all eye contact is equal. If a woman holds your gaze and smiles softly or tilts her head slightly, she is likely indicating a deeper level of attraction. This flirtatious eye contact is an invitation to engage in more intimate communication, as it goes beyond simple friendliness. If you respond with confident, steady eye contact, it can lead to a strong bond. The Stoics would also caution us against becoming overly fixated on eye contact alone. Although eye contact is a significant signal of attraction, we should consider it within the broader context of her behavior. For example, if she makes strong eye contact but otherwise acts discordantly, for example by turning her body away or avoiding conversation, it could be an indication of conflicting emotions. In addition to maintaining extended eye contact, the goal is to pay attention to all of her nonverbal indicators collectively to gain a deeper picture of her interest. Observe the path her gaze takes. If she is staring at your lips, face, or even your body, she is probably more attracted to you on a deeper, more intimate level. Women who are interested in males like to gently show their physical desire through their attentional choices. Making eye contact is a strong sign of sexual interest. From a Stoic perspective, a woman's lengthy or flirty eye contact is frequently an indication that she wants to connect with you on a deeper level. Reading these subtle clues is essential to creating genuine interactions. It's crucial to maintain eye contact and balance it with other indicators of attraction to gain a comprehensive understanding of her emotions. You can handle the intricacies of attraction with grace and confidence if you use this thoughtful method. Physical contact in Chapter 5. One of the most unmistakable indicators of a woman's attraction to you is when she approaches you and makes physical contact. Whether it's a gentle pat on your arm, a playful prod, or an inadvertent brush of the hands, physical contact is frequently her way of expressing that she feels at ease with you and is willing to proceed with more intimacy. Touch is one of the most potent forms of nonverbal communication. Touch is one of the most straightforward methods to express the connection that humans are inherently drawn to, according to the Stoics. Whether a woman touches you on purpose or seemingly by mistake, it's a subconscious method of showing desire. When she does so, she's breaking the physical barrier, indicating that she's comfortable with your presence and may be interested in developing the interaction. Observe her movements and how often she touches you. She may be showing interest in you if she gives you a quick pat on the arm, brushes her hand against yours, or even pokes you in the nose. When a woman finds herself attracted to someone sexually, she often makes excuses to touch them, even in seemingly insignificant ways. These interactions foster a feeling of familiarity and closeness that can strengthen the bond between them on an emotional and physical level. Touch can also foster intimacy without the requirement for words. From a Stoic perspective, it's important to be aware of how you respond to her touch, just as she's testing the waters with her subtle touches. The Stoics would argue that actions speak louder than words, and physical touch is a prime example of this. When a woman initiates contact, she's telling you that she feels a certain level of comfort and attraction. It's a way of bridging the gap between you and creating a bond that goes beyond conversation. You'll show her how you feel if you withdraw or seem uncomfortable. She may think you're not interested. On the other hand, if you react well, perhaps by giving her a gentle pat on the back, it might strengthen your bond and inspire further interaction. Closeness. The Stoics would advise taking your time to comprehend the context of the touch and its underlying meaning. It's crucial to remember that the intensity of touch can vary, with a light, fleeting touch serving as a test and a longer, more deliberate touch indicating stronger feelings of attraction. Instead of drawing assumptions too quickly, consider how her touches change with time. A woman who initiates physical contact, whether it be a gentle pat on the hand or a playful prod, is frequently expressing her comfort and interest in you. The Stoics remind us that actions carry more weight than words, and physical contact serves as one of the most direct means of expressing desire. By paying attention to these small cues, you can better comprehend her emotions and respond in a way that encourages closeness and connection. Section 6 may elicit feelings of uneasiness or shyness, but assertiveness and confidence are often prominent indicators. When a woman feels nervous or shy in your presence, it's usually because she's acutely aware of you and her own feelings, but she's unsure of how to articulate them. These behaviors may seem counterintuitive, but they reveal an inner excitement that she may be trying to control. A woman's interest, nervousness, or shyness around you can also serve as a strong indicator of her sexual attraction to you. The Stoics hold that emotions, particularly strong ones, frequently manifest in ways that people find difficult to control. Anxiety and shyness are prime examples of this. If a woman fidgets, avoids eye contact, or stumbles over her words when she's around you, it may be a sign of weakness rather than a sign of weakness. She may be drawn to you so strongly that she's unsure of how to handle her feelings, and this nervous energy bubbles up in the form of shy or awkward behavior. One important thing to watch for is how she responds to physical proximity. Does she seem slightly flustered when you're close? Does she grow quiet or blush when you approach her? These subtle signs of nervousness often indicate her attraction to you, but she doesn't want to make it too obvious. The Stoics advocated for observing behavior without making assumptions, and in this instance, their advice is accurate. Although nervousness can be difficult to interpret, when combined with other signs of attraction, it's a strong indicator that she's interested. Nervous behaviors can include small physical gestures like fidgeting, playing with her clothes, avoiding prolonged eye contact, shifting her weight from one foot to another, tapping her fingers, or appearing restless. These are all indicators that she's experiencing difficult-to-hide heightened emotions around you. She may hesitate to strike up a conversation or appear quieter than usual when she is shy around you, but this doesn't mean she isn't interested. In fact, some Stoics argue that her hesitation or silence may be a sign that she is processing her feelings and attempting to gauge how you feel in return. By giving her time and space to warm up, you may help her feel more at ease, and her attraction may become more obvious. It's crucial to avoid mistaking shyness or anxiety with sinister curiosity. Many women find it challenging to verbally express their interest, especially if they're worried about your possible reaction. The Stoic approach to attraction places more emphasis on observation and patience than on pressuring others or anticipating quick reactions. Maintain composure and confidence by fostering a laid-back environment that puts her at ease. This will enable her to open up and express her interest more plainly. Blushing is a very revealing indicator of anxiety. She blushes when she talks to you or gets close, indicating she likes you. This type of physical reaction is difficult to fake, and the Stoics would argue that it's a natural display of her emotions, revealing her true feelings even if she's trying to keep them under wraps. Blushing is an involuntary reaction that occurs when someone is feeling a strong emotional reaction, such as excitement, embarrassment, or attraction. Shyness can also show up as anxious laughter. To release the tension in her body, she may laugh at your jokes even if they're not really humorous. Another subliminal indicator that she is experiencing elevated emotions around you is her tense laughter, which is her body's way of managing the excitement she can't quite figure out how to communicate. The Stoics taught that emotions often manifest in subtle, uncontrollable ways. A nervous energy is one such example. By remaining calm, patient, and aware of her behaviors, you can recognize these signs for what they are and respond in a way that encourages her to feel more comfortable expressing her attraction. Notwithstanding the appearance of these behaviors, nervousness or shyness can be powerful indicators of sexual attraction. Chapter 7. Wanting to spend time together. A woman's constant search for opportunities to spend time with you, whether through overt recommendations, subliminal cues, or outright invites, is one of the most obvious indicators of her sexual attraction to you. A woman's desire to be around you is a strong indicator of her deeper attraction to you. The Stoics hold the belief that a woman's desire to be in your company is a powerful testament to her attraction. A woman who is interested in you will often go out of her way to create opportunities for the two of you to be together. She might suggest activities that you both enjoy, ask for your help with something, or simply make herself available when she knows you'll be around. These are her ways of trying to deepen your connection and gauge your interest in return. The Stoics underscored the significance of observing behavioral patterns, suggesting that a woman's frequent pursuit of your company indicates her enjoyment of your company and potential desire for more. This desire to spend time together extends beyond formal dates or scheduled activities. She may appear at locations she anticipates your presence or casually participate in group activities to maintain proximity. A tactic she employs to maintain intimacy without being overtly assertive. The Stoics would remind us that while attraction can sometimes be subtle, consistent actions like this are difficult to miss. When a woman prioritizes time with you, it's a clear sign that you've caught her interest. Another important clue is how she responds when you propose spending time with her. If she's excited about your plans or rarely declines an invitation to hang out, she may be drawn to you despite her hectic schedule. A lady who is interested in you will make time for you. Her readiness to change her schedule indicates that she values your company and is seeking to strengthen their bond. The Stoics taught that the need for connection is a natural part of human nature. When a woman finds you attractive, she may use this desire to learn more about you, share experiences, and create memories. For this reason, she may suggest activities that will allow for deeper conversations and meaningful moments, allowing you to bond in a meaningful way. One important way to tell if a woman is paying attention to you is by her level of engagement during the time you spend together. If she seems genuinely invested in the conversation, asks about your life, and recalls the details you shared, it's a sign that she is listening carefully. The Stoics would advise us to embrace this amount of attention, as it indicates that she's invested in getting to know you beyond just a physical attraction. Sexually attracted women often become more attentive and interested in their partner's life, seeking ways to connect emotionally. Surface-level communication. Another thing to think about is physical proximity. If she often prefers to stand or sit close to you, even in social situations, it's probably because she wants to feel intimate. Ultimately, observe her behavior when it's time to part ways, as women attracted to someone often seek opportunities to be physically near them. This could be as simple as sitting next to them, walking beside them, or finding a casual way to touch them. These small acts of physical closeness are her way of letting you know that she feels drawn to you and enjoys being in your space. If she lingers after a conversation or shows reluctance to say goodbye, it could be a sign that she wants to continue spending time with you. She may not express it outright, but her unwillingness to go is a strong sign that she enjoys your time together and wants to keep developing the relationship. In conclusion, when a woman continually looks for ways to be near you, through scheduled activities or unplanned encounters, her willingness to spend time with you is one of the clearest and most obvious signals of attraction. As we come to the end of this episode, it's evident that attraction manifests itself in a variety of subtle but potent ways, such as a playful hair flip, frequent glances, nervous fidgeting, or her consistent efforts to spend time with you. The Stoics remind us that actions often reveal more than words, and a woman's eagerness to be in your presence speaks volumes about her interest. By recognizing and responding to these signs, you can create a deeper connection that has the potential to grow into something more intimate. Women frequently express their interest in someone without speaking. The Stoics advised us to be watchful and introspective, and by focusing on these seemingly little actions, you can learn more about her actual emotions. Remember that attraction isn't always about big gestures. Sometimes it's about the little things, moments of connection that, when noticed, can lead to something meaningful. Take any of these signs as a sign she may like you. Be confident in your next steps. Before you leave, don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment, letting us know if you've seen any of these before or if you have any additional clues from your own experiences. We appreciate your time, and we'll discuss attraction and connection from a Stoic perspective in the next episode.